Hi, hello. How's everybody doing today? I hope that you're having a good start to the weekend. Woo! I feel like it's already been a crazy day because I totally messed up on an auction today, which those things are so much fun. But I didn't pay attention to where it was, and it was 40 minutes away. So I had to go get my stuff and get back here in time. Their first pickup was 11. Woo! Whew. But I made it. I made it. Had to get everything ready before I left. And if you know me, you know preparation is not my middle name. Hey, Amanda. Hey, thanks for coming on. Okay, I got myself into the groups. Hey, Linda. Yeah, I was at another auction. I know I said here recently that I wasn't going to do that anymore. Well, here we are. And usually when they're in like these small surrounding towns, they the prices are less, it seems like. Well, anyway, I hightailed it out this morning. It took me about 40 minutes to get there, and then I had 45 minutes to get back. So I walked in the door about 5 minutes ago. All right. So, welcome to the Sparkler Paper event. This event is something that I do every month. Not that theme, but we have a paper event every month in the Crafty Bunch, and it's for the paper pack and the private group that I have. And just to kind of let you know about it, have an opportunity to ask any questions or anything like that. So, I need to share myself one more time. Sorry, it's taking me a minute. Okay. There we go. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Okay. All right. So I have the June paper pack here that I'm going to create with today. I am going to start making a signature to go into the journal. Those of us that have been in the group since the beginning of the year have started using the pack every month to create signatures for kind of a year-long project. So we started that in January. I know I've shown this before. This is my January, February, March journal. It's got 3 signatures, one for each month, and each signature has stuff from that month's paper pack. And this is going to be the journal for the second quarter. I had to actually widen the spine. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Jeanette. Thanks for hopping on. You guys, by the way, Nicole is up after me. So Nicole, Simone, Carol, Nyla. I'm forgetting someone. Don't want to forget anyone. Christy. Yeah. I sent each of them a little something, not the entire pack. I wish I could though. Hey, Debbie. But elements from the pack, because the event today is called Sparkler. The idea behind that is just that sometimes, you might fall in love with something that you see at a thrift store or whatever, and it sparks all this creativity. That's what I try to do every month with the paper pack. Hey, Pam. Hi, Pat. And So I wanted to send them each a spark or a sparkler to get their creativity flowing. So Nicole's up after me. If you're watching through the Crafty Bunch, which I hope you are, you just refresh that page. We have an hour. Each creator has an hour, and we're all going to create something that is going to be fabulous. I'm positive of it. So let me go ahead and point you guys down over here. I'm not sure where my sometimes when I do that I lose sound. So let me know that you guys can still hear me. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, so for each quarter, I'm going to end up having an entire journal because there was, and this isn't even all the stuff. I know I've shown you guys this before. So we've got January. This was February. This is March. And then for this journal over here, let me get that put away. Doot. Where's my basket? Oh my gosh. I have a basket that has all of the stuff from the packs, and it's not in its spot. That's crazy. Y'all, I got it down. Hey, Simone. I got it down probably so that I would be prepared. If you're just joining, I just got back from picking up stuff from an auction that was 40 minutes away. Their first pickup was 11. I'm on at 12, so I was hightailing it down that highway, let me tell you. Okay, I'm going to raise this up just a little bit. So I showed you January, February, March. This is the signature from the April pack. So this has all the stuff or lots of stuff that was in the April pack. And then this is from the May pack. Little baby boomer tag. Oh. So each package has a bit of a theme, more like a concept. I would say that each pack is more of a concept, not necessarily a theme. So everything that's in the pack matches everything else in the pack, like the fabric matches the paper and so on, like that. I try to make sure that there is a mix of vintage and new, all kinds of stuff in each pack. And like this right here, this little pocket, this was a tutorial that we did in the group. And so I tried to include one of the tutorials at least in each pack, in each one of my signatures anyway. I do a live once a week, every Tuesday, and then every Sunday we do a Zoom and we all craft together. And then let's see, we do a challenge every month and a swap every month. This month we're swapping textiles, and this is, of course, those things are voluntary. You don't have to, obviously do that. And then the challenge this month was to create a book cover, and this could be from your favorite book, or it could be like a book that you imagine would be a good book, and then there's prizes. So that is kind of the long and short of Shell Belle's Creative Club and Paper Pack. So I'm going to go ahead and show you again, like, look at all this is all stuff I have left over from the previous months. Eventually I will kind of intermingle this into my other supplies once it gets too full, probably. Okay, So the presentation on the paper pack right here is not what it is when you receive it, because we opened it together Wednesday last week on a Zoom call. But everybody got a necktie. And this is the one I got, totally retro. I absolutely love it. This month's pack had more of a masculine vibe, deeper colors, burgundies, greens, reds, that kind of thing. Little piece of leather. This tapestry fabric that's covered in books. This is a label. Let's see, there was also a 1951 page. This is actually from an electric company. Hi, Kim. Hi. You guys hear bugs? You're not going outside. The chickens are out, Bugs. And he's a chicken murderer. So he can't go out when the chickens are out. I really wish the chickens would turn around and, kind of whip his butt, honestly. So if anybody has any questions about the paper pack, I'd love to answer. And if you want to, Sir Bugs, he's the mascot, by the way, to the Creative Club. If you want to read like the description and see, you can put hashtag paper pack in the comments and you'll get a message from me. Okay, so I'm going to start my signature, and then all of these will get sewn in, and you can do just from the current pack, but as you can see, I incorporate whatever I need from previous packs too. I know you guys have watched Heidi. She's been a affiliate. Hey, Sue. And Cheryl has been an affiliate, and Grace has been an affiliate. And I really appreciate them opening a package for you guys so you can see other people create. All right. So, oh yeah, we got, this was a book, it was a Walt Disney book about the railroad and how it moved west across the country. I don't even remember the name of this one. This was a children's book. He's not giving up. Bugs is he's still trying. And then a page from, I believe this was either 40s or 50s, this Advanced Algebra and Calculus Made Simple. And then this vintage DIY book. And then this was a book on different like farm implements and antique tools and stuff, which I thought were interesting. Got an envelope, buttons, and a brad, and this kind of metal thing. This is pretty heavy. This was actually a package of steampunk stuff, and it had words, but then a lot of the girls got stuff with gears and stuff all over it. So there was that, and then this, which I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with mine yet. This was a coin collector, and I got a whole bunch of these. And I don't know if you can still open it or not, actually. But we got to figure out something to do with that in the group. This, I already made a tag out of it, but there was also a football card in the pack. So you can see that it was just deeper, darker colors and more masculine. Okay. Let's see, and one of my things, I have a sticky note with the measurements of my of my signature so that I don't go over. It's always the same. I should remember, but I don't. That's why it's written down somewhere. Bugs, stop it. No. Crazy cat. Hey, Christy. Hi, Linda. How are you, friend? My goodness. Been a minute since I've seen you. This is for the cover that I'm going to have for this quarter. The spine broke. This is the book, but the spine broke. So that's why I had to kind of manufacture a spine. But it's a good thing because I made it much thicker, much wider. All right. I'm just going to have to measure. Dadgummit. Poor bugs. I know. Stinking chickens. He's more important than them chickens. If they would just beat him up one time, then he wouldn't mess with them. That's what they did to our dog, and now he can go outside. So 5 by 7.5. Yeah, they beat Mufasa up. So some of my, let's see, we got Linda and Kim. These are girls that are in the group. And the more people that join the community and, engage in like the challenges and stuff, I really love it. This is truly a labor of love for me, this group. A little bit more off of this. Believe me, my husband and I have had more than one conversation about how Bugs drives me crazy when he lets the chickens out. And if he would just give Bugs the opportunity to be out for a little bit, he would want to come in. And the chickens could then, just have at it all the live long day. You know how the mamas are in the household. We're the ones that think of all the things, right? My little pin that was on my tie. Poor bugs. Let's see here. Would I rather, for this page, I don't know that I am thrilled with this guy's, like, can you guys see? He just looks really cranky. And I really love this. So I'm going to fold this up. All right. And we will just have us kind of a skinny page, but with a pocket. Where's my... I knew I have a pencil in here. What to think about this? So I'm just going to go, when I do these kinds of pockets so that they're not so bulky inside, I just go, I don't know, however far, not far, a smidge on either side of where I make the fold. Why does that look so much bigger? I can't see. I can't see. There we go. And then I just take and draw a line and cut from the center to that line so that they're even. Although, I mean, that probably doesn't really matter because they're not going to be right next to each other. It's the center part that I can't see. No, I didn't. You know what? I lost them. I bid on them again and lost again. I'm a loser. But, at a certain point, that is the thing, I think, with these auctions. A lot of it is such a mindset. You know what I mean? Like, you get into this competition with people that you're not, that you don't even know. And you're like, that is mine. You cannot have it. Do you guys feel that way when you do like the whatnot stuff? And I mean, it just becomes like this huge competition. Oh, girl, you know what? You need to send me, tell me what I owe you. I will pay shipping. I sold in my booth, I sold all the ones I had. Which, I've kicked myself every day since. Did you guys do that? When I was trying to close out my booth, I was like, everything's for sale. Everything. I'm also going to do just a tiny little angle on this side. And that way, when they're folded up, they're just not so bulky on the sides. Okay. Let me get this out of here. Oh, this page was John Wayne. I have a whole book. I didn't happen to get one, but I think the majority of the pictures were of him with his kids. Because I really did kind of a mother theme or things that made me think of moms. And then this was more of a dad, father figure type. Again, not necessarily a theme, but just like a concept. Trying to think of how I can use this. Honestly, as I'm looking at it, I'm kind of digging the green colors and thinking about this is just used. I mean, it's already been used several times, but it's just 220. And I'm thinking I can possibly kind of make it a little bit more cohesive with my vision by, if I had a picture of, dad on the floor with kids, I wouldn't be doing this, but we're just going to erase mom here. still leave those dark green colors. There we go. There we go. You guys use sandpaper on your papers? Just a little something I picked up from my whatever. I don't know. I'm like a huge fan girl of Kathleen Maurer. If you don't follow her on YouTube, then I highly recommend her because she's amazing. Okay, so now I'm thinking the part that I didn't go can go like so. That's still gonna be a little tall. Oh, I haven't done it on fabric, Linda. Well, going to have to give that a try. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to do this one. Not. Let's see. That can only be 5. So about there. So it's kind of a half and half situation. Or not quite half and half. So this part I still need to sand. So it doesn't, I don't want this to look like, you know, a lady's leg under the table, which is what it is. Oh. Hey, Jenny. How are you, friend? Jenny's another of my OGs. Another of my OGs from the club. That's funny. If people didn't know that I was an old lady, they might think I was a bala. No, probably not. Why I always gotta try and get fancy? That ain't gonna work, Michelle. I'll draw my little lines again. I won't be so picky this time. I think that doing this, taking the time to do this, just really cuts down on the bulk. Like in your journal, makes things go a little easier. I really like the process of making the signature. I know that a lot of people think of that as more tedious or not as creative, but I truly think you can be creative while you're deciding, you know, the order of your pages and how you want it to flow and all those things. The gang's coming on. I'm not an old. Hey, Sarah. Heck yeah. All the gang's here. Thank you guys for coming on. Okay. I want to make something though. What time is it? I still have 30 minutes. That is one of the things I like about the hour is that you can allow things to flow a little bit better. Pardon me for taking a drink. Let's see. I want to... Maybe I want to do another one of these big paper clips like we did the other day. Or you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on with this page because I truly feel like we can make this more cohesive with the journal or the signature. And I kind of like the fact that, you know, when we're doing this, it is just a signature, one for each month. So you're not having to do a whole big project. It's just kind of like a mini project. Okay, so I want get all my stuff here so that I can see. Oh, really? Hawks buzzing around trying to raid nests. Is that a metaphor? Or are you where are you at? I am, if you guys don't know me well, I'm a pretty loosey-goosey creator. So I just kind of start and then let it take over. Does that make sense? And if you're just joining, if you want some information on the paper pack, you can do hashtag paper pack. And also the link is in the description. This list of words. Oh, I like this that says workshop. I'm definitely going to use that because my dad, oh, you were outside? My dad, instead of this tie, we would have had one of the red shop rags. That's what I've told the girls, like in his back pocket all my life. I like sturdy and true as well. And I already kind of started ripping up my tie. Actually, it was Linda's idea that this could be a really cool closure. But since I'm just doing the signature, I thought I might leave the part of the tie intact, but I'm still going to use this fabric down here. Love it. I didn't know this was inside ties. Did anybody know that? It's like a like interfacing, but it's not. Come on, fray. Oh, should I use my sandpaper, Linda? Did you say the sandpaper keeps it from fraying or helps it to fray? Oh. Well, I think that this tie, just by the pattern and stuff, although you know how styles come back. So like a lot of the ties that went in the packages, I get, some of them you could tell were truly, truly vintage, and others I wasn't sure if they were just like, kind of the older style. Okay. Well, that's what I would have thought, but I wanted to be sure, not just for me, but for everybody else that doesn't know you can use sandpaper on fabric. I guess I should go ahead and glue those down. This kind of reminds me of like a rug, so here we've got the rug in the study, in the office. That always makes me think of Mr. Brady. Mr. Brady, the architect, his little home office. Okay. Which, just I'm coming from like a blue collar. My dad, worked with his hands. The whole concept of a home office was foreign to me. Didn't even know that existed. My dad's home office was the garage. Anybody else, like his workshop, I guess. Where's my buttons? Did you guys hear my husband sneeze out there? It's really humid here. It's only like 88 degrees outside, but it is so humid. This gold shank type button might be what ends up being the closure here. I'm kind of digging the look of it. Let's go through. Yep. Sorry guys, I gotta. Kind of like that color. Yeah, Sarah, I mean, do you guys remember lava soap? Your dad probably used it too, Sarah. And if you guys didn't have a solvent, sometimes when you have grease under your hands like that, you use solvent. But that lava soap was like, I don't know, what was the commercial with pumice? Whatever it said, I don't remember. I just know it was rough. And he always had one of those brushes, you know. My dad is still living. It sounds like he's not, doesn't that way I'm talking? Yeesh. Sheesh. So again, I like the thread. I like to do the little thread nests and everything, so I don't really care about it, if it gets tangled up like it is. It doesn't bother me. I encourage it. I'm always a little disappointed if it goes smoothly, because I want all that thread to get to where it's a bird's nest there. Okay, cut that, and then I kept the tail that I put through, so I'm just going to tie that off. Not that it probably doesn't need it because I'm going to glue it. You do, Sarah? That's so funny. I mean, I can totally see the package, the red package. Do they make it anymore? I love that you knew exactly what I was talking about. Okay, so I'm just going to cut them a little bit shorter. And then what was left here, y'all know I'm going to make a nest with it. Okay, so let's... I was telling them earlier about Gojo. That sounds familiar, but I can't picture it. Sarah, I was telling them earlier about the challenge with the book cover. Sarah did Where the Red Fern Grows, and it's so cool. go, Joe? Cannot picture it. Gummit, that was kind of a big blob. My Fabri-Tac is at that place. It was. I remember my mom washing my dad's clothes. She would wash them with that. Was it like green magic or green? It was literally green, whatever it was. I'll leave that curled up like that. Okay. I'm just kind of roughing up the edges of this paper a little bit. All right, you guys, I've got 15 more minutes. I'm going to keep going, but I just want to remind everybody that Nicole is up after me, Sparkle Junkie. And here she has these deep dark colors. Nicole, if you're still on here, I did not. Simple green. Yep, I think that's what it is. Yeah. I didn't even think of it. We'll see. I bet you can add some sparkle. I mean, there's all kinds of like bronze and copper and different things like that would go with this that I guess would be considered sparkle, right? As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna after I get Nicole into the group, I'm going to run out there and grab all my stuff that I went and picked up from the auction. Sturdy and true. Okay, so this will be one of the pages. Like so. So I don't feel like you can really even tell that this was, like somebody's porch. Now over here, I will probably do something similar, like maybe take this and kind of put it across here so that it will cover the shapes that, like her face, that are really prevalent. Like you won't be able to tell that that's the top of someone's head and an arm and everything once I. So do you guys do this type of thing? Do you discount? Would you have discounted this page because it didn't go with what you were doing, or would you have figured out a way to make it work? Curious. I just know that when I first started out, I definitely, I did my share of like journal kits and that kind of thing to it and I, not that I don't think there's anything wrong with using them. I love the printables and stuff like that I have. I just don't have to rely on them as much as I used to. But I think they're a great tool, just like anything else. But I would have discounted this paper and this page and felt like, well, I just can't use that because it doesn't match. Hey, Callie. Oh, yes, you can. That's right. Nicole can do it. She can add sparkle to anything. So see if I put this right here. And then just keep kind of adding. And I could put some more of that fabric behind. Oh, I've also got that Yeah, I'm like, I've got a pipe and a mustache too. Wondering where you were. Roll call. I don't know if this point is going to work or not. I was thinking maybe we could try and make it work for us. Like that. And we've almost got her completely covered. You can still see this arm. But let's see. This little faux leather piece. I'm not sure if it was going to take the ink. It took it really good. Callie. Oh, Callie. That's why we love you, girl. This is like pleather, you know? So it does, like, on one side, it doesn't do it so much on this side, but it has like some stretch. Cool. I'm gonna kind of, this paper is way too, it's way too pretty, way too nice. Need to be roughed up just a little. I thought I was just gonna, like, I'm trying to be cheap or something. Like, I can't cut more of that fabric. You're not a morning. Well, you are a morning person, Callie, if you consider you stay up till all hours of the morning. Y'all are over my head. Over my head. So I'm kind of thinking that this right here needs to be a pocket. Wasn't planning on it, but that's what's happening. I'm going to staple it just to add some more, you know, why not? Needs another metal element, right? Stop it. Just trying to squish the metal flat. That way paper won't get hung up on it. too. I did add a few patriotic elements because it's almost the 4th. What is with my ripping skills lately? Come on, Shell. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I understand. I think it's getting better slowly but surely. Let's see. I just like all these kind of elements, colors together. I don't know if that's too much or not. I tend to, with journaling anyway, I tend to kind of go with the more is more philosophy. More is more. Yes, I have actually. Not only a couple of times, so I don't feel real proficient. But yes, I have some. I'm going to staple it here too. Why not? I feel like the more staples, the more, rustic. Okay. I got 2 minutes. I need to be sure that I am sharing Nicole in before my video is quite over. We don't want there to be any gaps in the entertainment, in the crafting entertainment today. Come here, you. Oh, I got T-Rex arms again. I get those little T-Rex arms when I'm working on something, and y'all can't see what I'm doing. Okay, I like that. I do think that I need a little something, maybe, like there's some tools on there. Or maybe another button. I'm not sure. But I will be adding a little more. Maybe like a stamp. There. And then because I don't like that square right there, I think that was a light, I will probably make like a tab, like a paper tab, or a fabric tab. I'm only going to do 2 sides of this to start. I don't know that it's big enough for 3 sides. Ooh, exactly, Linda. Exactly. All right. I'm going to share Nicole real quick, okay, guys? Get her in there because we want to see her sparkle it up. Sparkle it up. All right. I'm excited for today. I think it's going to be super fun. And I'm excited to see what the girls do with the items I sent them. I hope you guys stick around to see too. Okay. So I have a decent start on my signature for June. I like that. Oh, I also have that envelope. This will make a really good part of the signature. Might open up that side so that it's a pocket on both sides. We'll see. We'll see what we do. Good day today, and we're off. We're off. Okay. You guys, again, if you want some information on the paper pack, the link is in the description. And if you buy in June, then you'll get July's paper. You're a month ahead. That would be for July's paper pack because we've already got June's here. And you can do hashtag paper pack in the comments, just on my live though. All right, guys, you guys refresh your page and be sure you're watching Nicole. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.